What's up, folks? This is your boy, the preacher, here, back with another video, and we're gonna talk some football. We're gonna talk some tier list. And I'm going live on my TikTok, but I just want to let some few people come in. We're gonna get started because I'm definitely excited about what I'm seeing thus far from this league. And let me just explain how I'm doing my tier list. Now, we're in the second half of the NFL season, and we now know where everybody is. This is when teams start separating. So let me just break down the tiers list. So champ contender, pretty much your S tiers. These are the teams that I see going to potentially the conference championship once the playoff time starts. Now, I don't do my playoff prediction until that time comes. I've done a separate video for that or a separate live, but those are the teams I think have a chance to actually go all the way. They're showing their potential, like they have a chance. And there's only a few of them. Playoff bound, now these are pretty much your teams that's going to be clinching. This is seeds basically like 1 through 4, basically. Now, decent is pretty much your wild card team. So this would be your S. This is your A tiers. Your playoff bounds, this is pretty much your A tier team. They're performing well, but they're not necessarily championship contenders. Because like this season, there's quite a few teams that had an easy schedule. But just because they had an easy schedule don't necessarily mean they're gonna actually do well in the playoffs. They could just easily get bounced out. For example, the Buffalo Bills got 3 losses, but Josh Allen was last year's MVP. Like they got most of their core. Like James Cook is that dude. You got Shakur playing well. Like Bills still got a squad. So yeah, that's your playoff bounds. Decent. Now these are pretty much your wild cards. These are seeds 5 through 6. They're good enough to make the wild card. They're good enough to make a playoff spot, but only time will tell if they go all the way. So this is your decent. Now average. This is your mediocre. These are teams that okay. They're not bad, but they're not good either. Weak. These are like your teams. It's like my Cowboys. They just terrible. Okay, but they're still good enough to make things interesting. They're not completely. They're not the worst. And horrific. You know, there's enough. There's no need to be said here. This don't need no introduction. You should already know what horrific is. But we're gonna start with the AFC. And let me just start with the AFC East. New England. Let's just say it, man. New England. This is Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel has turned this franchise completely around. Remember, Vrabel has veteran experience. He's who they actually needed. This is Mike Vrabel, who was an ex-Patriot himself in the Tom Brady era. This is one of those seasons where Mike Vrabel can actually go all the way, potentially. I seen what the man did with the Tennessee Titans. Okay, before he started, that team started declining. This is a man that made Derrick Henry into the Hall of Famer he is today. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Derrick Henry was doing well with the Ravens, but Derrick Henry started his career off with Vrabel. But what this man's doing with Drake May, I'm sorry, man. No disrespect to Jared Mayo. I hate they fired him like that because they did Antonio Pierce the same way with Vegas. But Vrabel is clearly the coach they needed. Mayo is better off going like coaching the Jets or something like that. He needs to be in a weaker franchise where he can rebuild. Robert Kraft is needing a veteran head coach, so that's why I got to put the Patriots in up in the champ contender. They are 9-2. The last time the Patriots was 9-2 like this is again when Tom Brady was rocking the number 12 in that stadium in Foxborough. That was the very last time. We have not seen the Patriots look this good in a very long time. I'm just going to be flat honest with y'all. So I got to give Vrabel his credit. If you're a Patriots fan, you got to be happy right now. You got to be overjoyed. Because Vrabel is bringing them back into contention. They're serious now. We got to take the Patriots back serious. They no longer that weak team anymore. Now, next up, Bills. Bills is right behind them. This is Buffalo. Like, I'll be honest, this is Buffalo's. They have no excuses now. There's no, like, Kansas City is no longer that team. I'll be honest, like, the Kansas City dynasty is pretty much over. Like, the Chiefs will probably make the playoffs, but you're not beating Buffalo. Buffalo still got most of their guys from last year. Like Sean McDermott and his management has done a good job retaining most of their core. Shakur has played well. James Cook, to me, man, James Cook is almost up there with he's up there with Saquon Barkley, Jason Taylor, and he's up there with those two. He's the third best back, and then behind him is Christian McCaffrey, then Derrick Henry. And the only reason why I'm putting Derrick Henry like probably fifth on my running back list because he's kind of toned down. Derrick Henry's starting to get mileage, but James Cook is very underrated. I even said this last year. Like that game against the Ravens, how they knocked off Buffalo, how Buffalo was able to knock off Baltimore, James Cook. Yeah, Bills lost 3 games, but you ain't gonna keep the Bills down. Oh no, Remember, Josh Allen was last year's MVP. This year it's time for Josh Allen to get this team to the Super Bowl. This is his best chance. And and again, man, I can honestly say that. Like, I have to give Buffalo their credit. I can't knock them. And that's a lot coming from me. But again, we gotta respect Buffalo. Because who else? Think about it, who else in the AFC is gonna stop them? It's definitely not going to be Pittsburgh. Not with no old man Aaron Rodgers at 41 years old. The Patriots is a maybe because it's Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel do got defense. Like I said, Patriots probably the only other team. The Ravens, I don't see it happening. And I'm gonna get to them in a few minutes. Now, Colts is a wild card, but that's it. New England and Indianapolis is very few that could probably stop them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm being honest, people. If you're a Buffalo fan, now is your chance. So if I'm Josh Allen, I'm taking full advantage. Oh yeah, and Denver. Let's get this out the way too, man. Denver. Sean Payton. Can't forget about Denver. We can't forget about Denver right now. I'm just gonna be flat out, bro. Let me just get the better teams out the way now. Let me get the S tiers. Matter of fact, yeah, let me get the S tiers. Let me the champ contenders. Let's get these two. Again, I got these two up here just because. But Denver. Again, I'm gonna go to NFC after. But this is as far as the AFC. I gotta get them out the way. Denver, man. Hey, Bo Nix is real. I'm gonna tell you now. Bo Nix, quarterback out of Oregon, he's real. He's the realest quarterback. Be honest, man. Bo Nix is up there for MVP. This is how I got it. I got Bo Nix is number one for MVP. Is Bo Nix, because they're not gonna give it to Josh Allen in a second year. Maybe if Josh Allen gets to a Super Bowl, maybe, but I don't see him getting it this year. Like, if I'm Josh Allen, I'm worried about a Super Bowl. I'm not worried about the MVP no more. I got it last year, but Bo Nix is looking like to me, it's Bo Nix, then Matt Stafford, then Jason Taylor is right at third. Then fourth will probably be Saquon. But I'm putting Taylor up there for a reason. But Bo Nix finds ways to win. Sean Payton has turned him into Drew Brees 2.0. Not saying he's Brees, because Brees is a Hall of Famer at the end of the day. But Bo Nix has saved this Denver Broncos franchise. Now, just like Drake May hasn't had, the Patriots ain't looked good since Brady. The Broncos ain't been 9. Again, Broncos have not had a first seed. They have not been 8-2 since Peyton Manning. Since Super Bowl 50. That season, like 2015. 2014, 2013, like the year when they got blown out by Seattle. That was the last time they were like 8-2, leading that division, the AFC West. And that was a different time. Remember, this was before. This was pre-Mahomes. So I'll be lying. This is Sean, like Mike Vrabel. Sean Payton is a veteran head coach. Like, and this is John Elway. John Elway is one of the better GMs in this league. I'll give him that. Now we gotta respect Denver. Denver's officially on the map. Again, Denver is not a team you want to see in the playoffs. I'm gonna be very honest. They could beat anybody, and they're proving it. 8 and only 2 losses. Again, they right on par. They're right on par right now. These are 3. Now let's put the Colts in. Colts are playoff bound. They're 8-2. They're 8-2. Matter of fact, let's do this. Matter of fact, it's like I wanna put them in playoff bound. Let's do this. they're playoff bound. The only reason why I'm not putting the Colts up here is because it's it's the coaching staff. They're young. Now, Jason Taylor's carrying the team, but I don't trust Daniel Jones. The only reason why Daniel Jones is even having the season he's having is because of Jason Taylor. JT has been there for a while. He's been there for a minute. Okay, this guy was there since they had Matt Ryan. And Matt Ryan was just too old. Now, just like Denver and New England, Colts ain't looked as good since Andrew Luck retired. And if anybody know who Andrew Luck is, Andrew Luck had an era where he was actually a top tier. The Colts was competitive. Now, of course, he could not fill Peyton Manning's shoes. Because Peyton Manning was just that much of a legend, a Hall of Famer. But the only reason why I'm not putting Colts in an S tier is a champ contender, because this is one of those teams that could get bounced out the first round. Yeah, they're doing good now, but again, Daniel Jones, we've seen him in the playoffs. Daniel Jones is not necessarily the best quarterback leading the franchise. We'll see how long they last. But I'm going to give the Colts, and Sauce Gardner is another reason why I'm putting him up there. Sauce Gardner is the DB they need. He's the lockdown corner they've been missing. With Sauce Gardner, this Colts team could go on a legit run. They could finish with at least 12 or 13 wins by the end of the season. Of course, these teams are going to finish 14 or higher. The Colts, bro, like I said, they're playoff bound. Without a doubt. I'm not going to knock it. Now, let's put the Chargers. Jim Harbaugh doing a fantastic job. Justin Herbert is finally coming back. He's making a bounce back season. I'm liking what I'm seeing from this team here, man. We seen what Jim Harbaugh did with Michigan. Now, this is not Jim Harbaugh's first rodeo, because we seen how he turned around the San Francisco 49ers. He turned Alex Smith and Kaepernick into top tiers. When you had Vernon Davis, you had Deshaun, I think it's not Deshaun, but you had Golston. Yeah, Deshaun Golston. You had Michael Crabtree, that team. That was Jim Harbaugh. But the Chargers, yeah, they could surprise you. Yeah, Chargers definitely playoff bound again. They're going back to the playoffs. Now, it's only a matter of time before the Chargers actually reach a Super Bowl. I'll give Jim Harbaugh maybe one more season with this team. They'll make the playoffs, but I don't necessarily see them beating Buffalo. I don't see them beating New England or Denver. That's just me, even though Denver is the rival. Now, we can't knock that, man. They're a rivalry. They might can beat Denver. But Buffalo and New England, no. But who knows, man? These are all young players, man. This is in the new era, man. Jim Harbaugh is a breath of fresh air for them. So, yeah, they're playoff bound for sure. And to my audience on here, man, feel free to chime in, too, by the way. No, I want to see everybody's take on this. But let's continue on. Now, again, I'm just going throughout the entire AFC right now before I do the NFC. Let's see, who else? Now, Steelers. Where you at? Pittsburgh, decent. Pittsburgh may or may not make the playoffs. Now, that division is weak. This division back to being weak. There's a lot of injuries. We just seen Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow might not come back for the end of the season. If I'm the coach, man, if I'm Zach Taylor, I'm keeping Joe Burrow out for another year. For the rest of this year, I don't see Joe Burrow coming back. And that team is already looking horrible right now. They're falling off from grace. Yeah, Steelers are decent. They're not great at all. I don't know if they're playoff bound. Because there are other teams that can still make the playoffs. They may get in, but we don't know. They're 5-4 now, but Aaron Rodgers, if Aaron Rodgers goes down, they're done. I would have never invested my future into no Aaron Rodgers. I'm sorry, y'all. I would never have done that. It's like that's just not making sense here, man. What's up, Kobe? How you doing? So that's the only reason why for Steelers fans, they'll probably be a wild card if anything. But as the season progresses, because it was only week 11, we still got more football to be played. We got about 7 more games left. We still got the whole month of December. We'll see. Now, next up, let's see, Ravens. Ravens is average. Well, let's say they're decent. Lamar Jackson's coming back again. If anything, I see Baltimore getting to the playoffs before they do. But they're still not playoff bound yet. They have 5 losses. So we got to see, man, with these two teams. And I'm gonna also say this too. John and Harbaugh and Mike Tomlin, they gotta go. They gotta resign. It's not working out. These defenses is horrible. Remember, Pittsburgh is not the best right now. They're not. Like, again, if they do make the playoffs, they're gonna get eliminated in the first round. The Ravens, we've seen this over the last 2 seasons, man. Like, and I understand, and we can't blame injuries neither, but like Lamar Jackson, you gotta be better than this. I know you've been hurt, man, but come on now. And maybe it's not even the players. Maybe it's John. Jim's brother John. John might be the problem. Just like Mike Tomlin, they could be the issue. I'm gonna be honest, man. It's time for these two to go. There's no longer working out with them two, man. Because, and John got to be careful, man, because you wasted a lot of people. Like, Derrick Henry came there to win a championship. And even Derrick Henry's not looking good right now. So I'm just going to be flat honest. These teams right here are better than them. Especially Buffalo. Buffalo's beating both of them. Buffalo's already beaten them twice already. Josh Allen has a 2-0 record against Lamar Jackson in the playoffs. That should already tell you what time it is. Now, Chiefs, unlike Pittsburgh, the Chiefs will make the playoffs. Man, let's do this. Because they're weak too, man. Let's do this. Yeah, the Chiefs dynasty, man, they're toned down. That team is getting older now. The core is getting older. I mean, Patrick Mahomes gonna still be around the next 8 seasons, but Chris Jones is aging. Travis Kelce's finna retire. Travis Kelce's already getting married to his fiance. Okay, I'm just be honest, man. Travis Kelce's getting ready to call it a career. Rashee Rice has been hurt. I mean, Isaiah Pacheco's still doing his thing, but this team is not. The dynasty is over. I think it's time for Andy Reid to say goodbye too. It's maybe time for him to announce his retirement. Because at this time, now people have figured out how to stop him. Like I said, all 3 of these teams are wild cards. The Chiefs will probably clinch, most likely. I got Chiefs clinching before them, but they're not going to win. Chiefs is probably getting bounced out probably the first or second round. If they make out the first round, they definitely could lose the second round. Because I don't see the Chiefs beat none of these teams up here. Not even the Colts. Colts could probably surprise them with a good run. Chargers, they're definitely not beating the Chargers. Now, I can actually say this. Jim Harbaugh has a chance to knock off Andy Reid in the playoffs. And I'm not being flat honest. Like, I'll be honest, though, like, the Chargers could be the surprise team. Now, let's get to the, do I have any, let's get to the horrific teams. Let me just get this out the way. Jets, terrible. We know what's going on with them, man. Justin Fields is starting to become a bust. Man, let's get this out the way. Who else in the AFC is weak? Where they at, man? Where am I on? Let's get them out the way now. They're weak, man. Dolphins, man. I'm sorry. It's Mike McDaniels. They gotta start over again. You gotta start over. It's just not Tua. It's another bust. And I hate to say that because Tua did do good in college, but too many concussions, man. And he got receivers. That's the thing. Miami should not be losing like this at all. They're weak just because. I'm sorry, man. Tua just not that guy. They need another quarterback. Now, if I'm Miami, I would trade for Trevor Lawrence or somebody like that. They need somebody else over here. Dak Prescott, I would try to. If they get Dak Prescott, they could actually do something. Like, if I'm Dallas, if I'm Jerry Jones, I'll make a deal with Miami. I would actually, well, even though Dak got a no trade clause, bro, I would have never gave Dak that. I would never gave Dak that contract because you could have traded to Miami and got another first round draft pick. That's just me, man. Miami needs another quarterback again. That offense, man, like I see a lot of those guys are going. If I'm Waddle, I'm out of there. Miami gonna mess around. They're gonna lose guys because that team is that horrible. Oh, I almost forgot. Jacksonville Jaguars. Playoff bound. Jags are interesting. I'm gonna just tell you this now. They're interesting, man. They're technically playing better than, even though them and Kansas City are tied for the best record, they're playing some interesting football. Yeah, Jags. Actually, let's do this, man. Let's do this. Again, this is just my prediction. I'm gonna give Chiefs that much respect. Yeah, they're a playoff bound team in that division. They'll probably make the playoffs, but Jags is doing decent, man. I can't forget about the Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence was like I ain't lying. Trevor Lawrence was a breath of fresh air for them, playing both ways. Trevor Lawrence has been playing better for them. I like Travis Hunter, man. Travis Hunter is, like I said, he's doing good. Trevor Lawrence is finally playing up to par. They got some nice weapons up there too, man. Like the defense is young. These guys, they gonna go get it. They'll make the playoffs. This could be the time Jaguars turn their season around. But I'm gonna put them as a wild card team. The only reason why I'm putting Chiefs up there because the Chiefs gonna make the playoffs. It's Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, they'll probably make the playoffs, but Jags is decent. Let's see. Texans weak. Actually, they're average. Yeah, this is another team that's falling off. I don't know what it is, man. For some reason, CJ Stroud has not looked himself. Like, I don't know what happened from... What is this team? This is not the team from last year. Something else is going on here, man. I'm serious, y'all. Houston should be playing better than they are now. They're not... They're basically mediocre. Now, who knows? They have a chance to sneak in there, too, but I don't see it, man. If they keep losing any more games, they're not going to make the playoffs, but they're average. But something is wrong there. D'Amico Ryans, I don't know what's going on with that, but he's losing fire. There's something going on in that locker room. Because Houston was a team you would thought be playoff bound. Houston's honestly supposed to be up here. But CJ Stroud, for some reason, that offense is not clicking or the defense is giving up too much points. That's the problem with Houston. They're not that same team. Something else is seriously wrong. And I can't explain it. Tennessee, horrible, man. Now, Cam Ward is definitely somebody they can rebuild. They can build around, but it's gonna take time. Yeah, Tennessee got to start. Oh, they're done. This is a rebuilding team. I ain't gonna really waste too much time on them. Raiders. Now, Raiders might as well should have drafted Shador if that was the case, man. Again, man, and y'all know how I feel about Shador, but they might as well. I'd rather see Shador over here. But then again, man, who knows, man? Because again, Raiders, like Browns, give up a lot of. They give up a lot of points. They can't stop the run at all. Teams just pound all over them. It's sad, man. And even Pete Carroll's another one. Pete Carroll got to go, y'all. He has to go. I'm sorry, man. Pete Carroll got to go. I hate to say it, man. Pete Carroll should have retired too. He is time for him to go. I don't know why he's still there. They might as well should have just kept Antonio Pierce. Because Antonio Pierce was trying to build something over there. Yeah. Pete Carroll. And my thing is, why would you have Geno Smith as your starting quarterback? I don't get it, y'all. I don't. This man chose Geno Smith. I would have kept Geno Smith in free agency. They might as well should have started off with the quarterback they picked up. They drafted another quarterback. It's not O'Connor neither. They have another quarterback they picked up. Or, like I said, you should have drafted Shador, or they had even a chance to get Paxton Lynch. Possibly. Yeah, that's why the Raiders is down here, man. Pete Carroll, I'm sorry, bro. You gotta go. You gotta go. You worse than he's worse than John and Mike. Oh yeah, by the way, since Seattle basically fired Pete Carroll, Seattle is doing very well. I'm gonna get to them too. Now, Browns. Now, please understand, man. I want Shador to succeed, but Shador is not ready to start. I will sit Shador for the rest of this season because that team is not ready yet. Now, what was it? Judon is good. They got a nice running back. The tight end, we know he's about. You know what I'm saying? The running back is good. The rookie is nice. But that's it. Number 10 is good, and then then they tight end. If that's all they really got going for them, they got nothing else. You traded Joe Flacco. Deshaun Watson could come back at any time. See, a lot of y'all tripled over Shador starting, but what about Deshaun Watson? Y'all forgot they didn't pay Deshaun Watson all that money. Deshaun Watson is getting Micah Parsons type of money. Like the Browns are stuck for the next 2 more seasons. Y'all forgot. Deshaun Watson could come back at any time and get his spot back. And you're not going to start Shador over a quarterback that once made the playoffs. It was a Pro Bowler at one point in time. So, again, man, they're going to have to figure it out. Bengals, weak. The only reason why the Bengals not down here because they got, as my respect for T. Higgins. Okay, they got too many good guys over there. Now the Cowboys just traded for one of their linebackers, but they're again, Joe Burrow is the only reason why they not here. The Bengals will be up here or here, but because of injuries, they all the way down here, man. Like I said, they're another team that got railroad, like totally derailed from injuries. Let's do that, man. Yeah, I'm sorry, man, but Bengals got it bad, and it sucks because like Joe Burrow can't take too much more of these season-ending injuries. This could end his career early. He'll mess around here and be retiring early like Andrew Luck did. And I don't want that because Joe Burrow has the potential to reach a Super Bowl. And let's be honest, they haven't been giving him an offensive line either. That man got the same injuries as Cleveland. His O-line is weak. But see, the Bengals don't have the team they had when they were going up against Kansas City in them AFC Championship games. They lost guys too. So that pretty much rounds out the AFC. Now, this was going to get interesting. Let's look at the NFC. First off, you already know. I'm putting Philly up here because it's defending champs. And yes, Jalen Hurts is better than Lamar Jackson. And that's not me sounding like a hater, but I can't put Lamar Jackson over Jalen Hurts. Hell to the no. And I need to make this very clear. Yes, Lamar is a 2-time league MVP, but Jalen Hurts has been to 2 Super Bowls in the last 10 years, since the 2020s. This is Jalen Hurts, and I've said this before. The man is one of the greatest quarterbacks that the Eagles have had, officially now. I'll even put him above Randall Cunningham and Donovan McNabb. He's already surpassed Donovan. Again, Donovan was an MVP caliber quarterback too. Donovan McNabb did his thing, but not like Jalen Hurts. As far as this generation, man, is Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts is like right behind him, along with Josh Allen. I'm sorry, y'all, but Lamar Jackson's not that guy. Jalen Hurts is. Let's say if Rose was first, if Jalen Hurts was on this Ravens team, it'll be the Ravens having another Super Bowl. The Ravens will have at least 3 or 4 Super Bowls by now. And now Saquon is another reason. Like, Saquon is the best running back in the league, without a shadow of a doubt. And I stand by what I said last year. Saquon should have played that first half of that New York Giants game in week 18 or week 17. He should have played it because the Giants defense was that trash. They was that terrible. Was nobody going to stop Saquon. If I'm Saquon, I would have got my 100 yards and then sat down and reaped the benefits of it. Because if he would have broke Eric Dickerson's record, that would put him ahead of Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, Jerome Bettis, Franco Harris, LaDainian Thompson. I could keep going down the line. And you still got A.J. Brown over there. Devontae Smith. Dallas Goedert. That defense is still no joke. Yeah. Philly is definitely a championship contender. That's why I'm putting them ahead of all these teams. And remember, man, they still got their guys. They ain't really lose too many guys. They general manager Howie, I had to give him. I'll tell you, I gave him his flowers before the season started. So again, I got Eagles up here at the top. It don't come no better than that.
In Pennsylvania? All right, so let's get into this. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm.
It don't come no better than that, man. Now let's scroll down. Let's see who's the next contender. Let me see. Let's see who's. Oh yeah, Rams. We see what Matt Stafford has done in this decade. Matt Stafford has another chance to go all the way. The Rams, shouts out to my fraternity brother Eric Marufo, man. Real Rams fan. To my Rams fans, look here. They got another shot. They are very underrated. And Rams actually got a defense too. Let me do this. Yeah, let's do this, man. Let me switch them. Yeah, let's do that. Let's switch them. Yeah, Rams. Don't be surprised if you see Rams back at the NFC Championship game. I'll be honest, man, because I'm loving Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford's better than quarterback. Puka Nacua, to be honest, man, Puka Nacua is one of the best receivers in the NFC. That man gets open like he Jerry Rice. I'm serious. The Islander, man, that guy is amazing. And then you got Devontae Adams down there too. And this is a team that don't got Cooper Kupp no more. And I'm gonna get the Cooper Kupp next, but I gotta give them their credit, man. Sean LeVay, man, hey, they got a chance. They got a real shot. I can see this coming down to LA and Philly in the NFC Championship game. And I say that now, I did have hopes for Washington, but Washington fell out too, man. Washington, like Houston, fell completely out for some apparent reason. And a lot of that's on Dan Quinn. I'm going to get to them a little later on. Now, Seattle. Playoff bound. I'm going to put Seattle right there. They're playoff bound. Firing Pete Carroll was the right thing. It was the right thing to do. Cooper Kupp just giving the receiver they was missing. The veteran they missing. Yeah. Definitely look for Seattle to be dangerous. I don't see Seattle going no farther. Seattle will probably be a third or fourth seed. They're 7-2. But Seattle's been playing some very good football. And JN, their receiver, I'm going to call him JSN. Nagiba, very underrated, man. He's like Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's very, this is, again, he's good. Don't too many people know about him. So, yeah, I'm going to put him up there. Let's see, who else? Because they got, like, NFC got a lot of interesting teams. And we can't forget about the Buccaneers. Buccaneers are having a real good season right now. Yeah, Bucks playoff bound. The only thing keeping the Buccaneers from being a championship contender is Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield has the same issues that Dak Prescott has. They can't get out the second round. Him and even Jordan Love is also suffering from this. He's a second round contender. That's it. So I gotta treat Baker Mayfield the same respect that I treat Dak Prescott. I have to. I can't put them no further. They're a competitive team. Don't get me wrong now, this is a real good team. And Todd Bowles, especially after Brady retired, has done a good job maintaining. Now I'm gonna give Todd Bowles his credit. I have, man, because Bruce Arians taught him a lot. You went their time together. Todd Bowles has been keeping that ship afloat. And especially within the last 5 years. So you would think Tepe would fall off, but no. Baker Mayfield and Todd Bowles, what they were able to do with this team, they keep them going. And this is a team that lost, they lost AB. Leonard Fournette is gone. They did lose a lot of key guys. But, again, they've been playing competitive football. And they have a victory over the Philadelphia Eagles. They're one of the only few teams that have beaten the Eagles in the playoffs since Jalen Hurts has been there. I'm going to say that now. Even with and without Tom Brady. Because Tom Brady got a win over them, but Baker Mayfield does too. And of course, he took advantage of the Eagles that was beat up in the playoffs, but they still got a playoff victory. But again, until Baker Mayfield gets out of the second round, I can't put him up here. Because Buccaneers, they'll win a playoff game, but then they'll lose in the second round. Now, who else? Lions. Detroit playoffs. Again, now the problem with Detroit, I can't. Again, we got to see what they do down the line. I want to put them up here. Matter of fact, yeah, let's I want to put them up here, but I don't know if they're gonna be able to beat Well, let's do that. Lions got a good team, man. They got a good team that's built, man. They got a lot of playmakers over there. Montgomery and Gibbs, that's the best running back duo. And that's another thing too, man. Gibbs is up there too, man. I can't forget about Gibbs, bro. Like, to me, I want to see a running back get MVP. I really do. Now, I understand that Matt Stafford is making a strong case. Baker Mayfield is too. You can't forget about Baker Mayfield. But what was it? Jonathan Taylor? Yeah, that's the name. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor, JT, Saquon Barkley, man, and even James Cook. I want to see a running back be MVP. There was a brother I listened to this morning that was making a case for JT. I wouldn't mind seeing Gibbs get the MVP. I'll be honest, man. Detroit Lions, man, they got a shot. Dan Campbell is getting better. The only problem with Dan Campbell, he got to be better with his play calling. He can't be taking risks that's going to cost his team. The only issue with Detroit is the injuries. They had too many injuries last year. He got to keep this team healthy. If he can keep the Lions healthy, the Lions can make a run for the Super Bowl. Now, I will say this, man. Yeah, I'm going to put Detroit like right behind the Rams. Because this team was in the NFC Championship. They have a chance. Because remember, you're not going to have Washington in the way. Yes, see, Washington was standing in their way last year. But Washington might not make the playoffs. That's the reason why I'm putting them up there now. Think about it. Because they do match up well against Philly and they do match up well against the Rams. Yeah, I still got hope for Detroit. There's still hope for Detroit. I'm not going to count them out. No, I'm not going to count them out. That's the only reason why I'm putting them up there. Because they got a team that could potentially reach the Super Bowl. Amon St. Brown is another top-tier receiver. That's up there with Puka Nacua. And the Seattle receiver, JSN. Okay, that's another reason why Detroit got too many guys that could surprise you. And I can't ignore it. I can't deny it. Oh, now let's talk about the 49ers. Niners is definitely playoff bound. They're a wild card team. The Niners are another team that's kind of lost it. They kind of took a step back. Because when Deebo Samuel left, that kind of messed up that team. That broke that team. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Daddy Trump, yeah, all right. I agree. Steelers are cooked, bro. The problem with Pittsburgh, they got the wrong quarterback. I would have never, ever invested my future into no Aaron Rodgers. That's where they messed up at. The Steelers could be way better because Steelers do got a good... They got Jalen Ramsey. You still got TJ Watt. They don't got a bad defense. But the issue... Oh, yeah. Another thing the Steelers do, Najee Harris left. They did lose some guys. And Steelers is normally a contending team, but I don't see it. If the Steelers do make the playoffs, bro, like, to be honest, they're gonna lose. They're definitely gonna lose, man. They're not a championship contender. They'll make the playoffs, but I see them maybe as a 6th seed, a 5th or 6th seed. I don't see them taking the 3rd or 4th spot. They're not that team, and it sucks. Aaron Fries, Cardinals fan. Hey, the Cardinals' problem, their receivers is weak. Like Marvin Harrison Jr. is starting to become. He's starting to become a player we didn't think he was. He was too hype. Cardinals got, and even in Kyler Murray, I'm sorry to say he's not that good. And I had high hopes for Kyler Murray because he's a little guy, but this is a problem. Yeah, Logan, I had to put the Patriots up there. I had to. No, the Eagles, I have to the Eagles, I gotta respect them. No, the Eagles can still contend for a Super Bowl. They can still contend, man. You gotta respect the Eagles. Eagles, you gotta respect them, bro. I gotta respect Saquon Barkley. And Jalen Hurts is an extremely smart quarterback. So that's the only reason why I'm doing that. I can't I gotta respect Philly. I can't knock Philly, man. I can't, bro. So if you looking for the top row, that's the top row. So for those that are coming in, these are my championship contenders, and these are my playoff bounds. These are your S tiers. These are the strongest performed teams so far this season. And these are also like teams like the Rams, Buffalo, and Philly. They got guys that have made deep playoff runs within the last 4 seasons. These are teams that are very dangerous. They have a potential chance of reaching the Super Bowl. So is Detroit. And I got these two in here because of Mike Vrabel and Sean Payton. There are 2 coaches that are good at roster development, especially Sean Payton. Sean Payton got Bo Nix looking like Drew Brees. Drew Brees 2.0. I'm being very honest. Bo Nix has a chance to become an MVP. These are your A tiers. If you're just tuning in. And I'm putting San Francisco in there because San Francisco still got Fred Warner. You got Christian McCaffrey. Even though Brock Purdy is out, has been missing a lot of games, Mac Jones, at the end of the day, is still a first-round draft pick. He's still an Alabama Nick Saban guy. And Mac Jones has actually been looking decent. Mac Jones has a lot of guys that he could work with. So that's why. You still, like the Eagles, I still got to respect the San Francisco 49ers. They're too good of a team not to ignore. Even though they got 4 losses, it's still a playoff team. That team will most likely make the playoffs. Just like Kansas City, they'll make the playoffs, but they're not going to. Like, the San Francisco's not beating Detroit. Now, I think Detroit can actually get them. Detroit can get them. Rams can definitely beat them. You're not beating none of them teams. Oh, yeah, and Green Bay. Green Bay playoff bound. I got to put Green Bay up there. Again, I can't put Green Bay as a championship contender just yet. Because Jordan Love, for some reason, Jordan Love has a problem passing over, like, he has a problem with the deep ball. That's the issue with Jordan Love. Jordan Love does not have the arm strength for some apparent reason. That's the difference between him and Aaron Rodgers. Jordan Love could be much better, but he has a problem throwing downfield, throwing past 40 yards. That's the problem with Jordan Love. Remember, in that Dallas Cowboy game, part of the reason why that game went to a tiebreaker like it did, because Jordan Love had an issue making plays downfield. He had guys open. For some reason, Jordan Love doesn't look at the entire field at all. That's what separates him from Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre as a franchise starting quarterback, because he's the 3rd franchise quarterback they've had. The Packers have had that much success. You've had Brett Favre for an era, Aaron Rodgers behind him, and now it's Jordan Love. But Jordan Love don't have the attributes that Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers have. Don't get me wrong, he's definitely good. I'm not gonna take nothing from Jordan Love, but as a leader, bro, he has some things he needs to work on. I'm serious, man. The Packers could be much now. Defensively, they're good. Michael Parsons was the guy they was needing because he makes it easier on the rest of that defensive line. Yeah, Green Bay, and then they got a lot of guys coming back, and it's Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur is definitely a playoff coach, but Matt LaFleur cannot get the problem with Matt LaFleur, man. And again, man, Matt LaFleur also got to be careful because Matt LaFleur might be in the hot seat too, man. Now I think about it. Matt LaFleur has had a hard time getting the job done for them. But Green Bay is definitely a strong playoff contender. And that's another thing. San Francisco may have a run for their money when they play Green Bay. Because Green Bay would love to get revenge on them. I'm being very honest. Green Bay wants San Francisco in the playoffs. If we see another San Francisco versus Green Bay matchup, expect Green Bay to probably win this time. Because Jordan Love can make plays, but Jordan Love can only do so much. He can't throw downfield like that. Yeah, that's Jordan Love's main problem. He got almost issues that Lamar Jackson got. They have issues throwing the deep ball. Like, the team running a 4-3 defense, and force Jordan Love to nickel and dime you, you could pretty much beat them. That's the only issue, man. Jordan Love got to be playing better than that. But all the while, that's another thing. I like Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs for his team, he's the closest thing you would have to a Saquon. So if you're the Packers, if you Matt LaFleur, you gotta be getting Josh Jacobs more involved with that offense. He's gonna have, like the Colts, like JT, Josh Jacobs is gonna have to carry that team. If they ever want to have a shot of winning, going to a championship and battling the likes of a LA or a Philly, it's gonna have to be through Josh Jacobs. He's gonna have to be the man over there. That's the only reason why that's the only thing that'll give him a chance. Other than that, I don't trust that team. Now, let's I'm going to be honest, man. I'm a Cowboys fan, but I'm going to be honest. We are weak. I don't see this Cowboy team making the playoffs, to be very, very honest. Dallas needs to tank. Dallas needs to get some more first-round draft picks. For one, I want Archie Manning. I want Archie Manning to develop behind Dak Prescott. I want Dak Prescott gone. That's just my personal take. I do not want Prescott there anymore. But he's Jerry Jones' favorite. When Jerry Jones has made up his mind, like Mark Davis, the apple don't fall far from a tree. It don't, man. Like, it just is what it is. And it's sad, but like it's crazy, man. I'm sorry, man. Now, I'm sorry, Dallas fans. I gotta be honest, man. My team is weak. Oh yeah, Bears. Bears playing decent. I'm gonna put Bears right up here. Bears is looking like a playoff team. I'm gonna put them at decent. Yeah, they're a wild card team. Bears is decent, man. Caleb Williams is got some. He's surprising me more and more. Caleb Williams is surprising me, man. This is his most. He's looked like the most improved football player. Again, this is a team that once they beat the crap out of my Cowboys too. By the way, Bears have been handling business. They have. I gotta give them that credit. They got some nice. They got an interesting team to say the least. So yeah, we're gonna put Bears at decent. Bears will probably get the 6th seed, 5th or 6th seed. They're definitely knocking on that door. But I can't put them up here. They're not quite an A tier team yet. They're B. They're B tier team. They're right up. They're right with this team. They're not quite. The only way I'll see Bears being an S or an A, they gotta get more. They gotta get another free agent. Bears got some work they gotta do next offseason. Like this summer coming up, they gotta bring in like a type. Like if they can bring in Jaden Waddle, oh, they're playoff bound. They're definitely up here. They need one more guy. Like somebody like a Cooper Kupp, a DK Metcalf will take the Bears over the top. But they're building a nice core. I'm gonna pay more attention to the Bears as the season progresses, but they'll definitely make the playoffs. Atlanta, Atlanta, yeah, they weak. And I like Bijan Robinson. Bijan Robinson is another top tier back that's very underrated. I also enjoy Kyle Pitts, but let's be honest, man, they have a quarterback problem. They're weak. Saints, horrific. Not much more needs to be said about the Saints. If I'm Alvin Kamara, I would leave. If you're Alvin Kamara and you want to get a championship ring, you got to leave New Orleans. You got to get up out of there. Washington, now it's Dan Quinn, but first of all, I don't like what Dan Quinn did. Don't put them in average. I don't like the fact that Dan Quinn didn't sub Jaden Daniels out like he should have been. And I had Jaden Daniels on my fantasy team. He messed things up, man. Dan Quinn, like Campbell, makes too many risks with his players. He gives his starters too many minutes where they don't need to. I ain't lying. Dan Quinn's kind of ruining that team. Texas, man, I understand what they're going through because they got a coach that's still young. And they still figuring out. But Dan Quinn, I'm sorry, brother. This is bad. For a team that went to the NFC Championship game and had the potential, because Washington's supposed to be up here. Instead, because of the coaching decision, they're down here, man. They right down here, which they shouldn't be. They got too many guys over there. You got McLaurin that re-signed a contract. You got the guy from the Chargers that Austin Eckler, Deebo Samuel. They should not be playing like this at all. They're better than this. Now, Marcus Mariota is the only reason why they're average right now. Marcus Mariota, the veteran quarterback he's kind of keeping them afloat. But this team is not good enough. They're not up here. Again, if Washington don't make the playoffs, don't be shocked. Do not be shocked. Carolina, right here. They're another average team. Now, Carolina's getting better because their team is getting better, man. You know, Bryce Young, I'm gonna let that kid continue. He needs more development. They're starting to figure it out. I'm gonna give Carolina a couple more seasons. They're still building, but they're average. Let's get more of these weaker teams out the way. Another team is average too. Vikings. Now the problem with the Vikings is that again, they had injuries to their quarterbacks. Their offense suffered injuries, but Mason is not bad. You still got I think you got Cook. Not Dalvin Cook. You got the other guy from Green Bay that came over there. Yeah, you got him over there. You got the ex Green Bay Packer. Yeah, Aaron Jones. There you go. Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, one of the better receivers. Justin Jefferson, top 5. They still got team. They still got some guys over there, but the problem is the quarterback situation. You know, Carson Wentz, we all know he's done. Carson Wentz's career he's not there. He's declined big time. And there was a guy that was on the Super Bowl team with the Chiefs backing up Patrick Mahomes, but couldn't get his ring. This team's horrible. And I like Paxton Lynch, by the way. Jackson Dart. I like Dart. Dart is good, but Dart. Dart is good. Jackson Dart is good. I like Dart, but for some reason it's the head coach. They just fired their coach, by the way. Giants is going through turmoil right now. You got Russell Wilson, and they got benched. James Winston's also over there too, man. But Darius Slayton, Brian Burns, they got some guys. Andrew Thomas is good, but the problem is, again, it's the head coach. It's the coaching position, the management. Giants need a new front office. But Jackson Dart, you got a future there. And then as for the Cardinals, now someone mentioned the Cardinals. Cardinals is weak, man. You got to. It's time to. Arizona gonna have to rebuild, man. It's time to. You got to say. It's time to let go of Kyler Murray. You got to cut ties. The project didn't work out, and again, the team had potential. Because James Conner is definitely a good running back. I would love James Conner to be on my Cowboys. But Marvin Harrison Jr., I'm sorry, man. It's a disappointment. And I'm going to say this about these second-generation football players. It goes back to Shador. It's either hit and miss. Either you're going to be better than your fathers or you're not. That's just how it goes. Marvin Harrison, man, like, again, he had potential, but he's just not his dad. Marvin Harrison Sr., we all know, man, is amazing. Oh, Justin Davis here. Ravens they have a chance to win the division. Baltimore has a chance to go on a run. I'm going to say that now. But, bro, their problem to me could be John Harbaugh. Y'all might need to get rid of y'all head coach. I'm be honest. He may be the issue. And I'll be honest, man, if I'm your owner, if I'm the GM or I'm the president of the Ravens, I'm putting John Harbaugh on the hot seat. Because the Ravens can't keep taking these type of seasons, man. They going from bad to worse. And this is a Ravens team I had beating the Bills last year. But we seen how that worked. Yeah, I think they'll beat out the Steelers. Justin Davis, just to get to your comment, I see Ravens beating out they're definitely beating out Pittsburgh. That's why I got them ranked right here. They're just not having a better season than Chicago, but they'll definitely beat out Pittsburgh. If anything, I see Jags getting that last wild card spot. As far as the AFC, I see Jags getting in there. Because Travis Hunter playing both ways is something that we ain't seen since the 90s. Because players don't really play both ways no more, but they're building around Travis Hunter. And Jaguars also got some fast guys. They got some guys that got wheels. So, yeah, I see Baltimore getting in there. But Baltimore will probably get in there as probably like the 4th or 5th seed. But they're definitely beating out Pittsburgh. If anything, Pittsburgh's the 6th seed. But they'll both make the playoffs. But, Baltimore got a chance to win the division. If you was to make a safe bet, the Ravens will probably make the division. They probably will. It's just that division is just that weak. But see, like Wolf Admy Dubs. I got Denver there because of Sean Payton. I have to give them their respects. They're playing very good football right now. Denver has came back from being down 2 possessions. Y'all saw how they played against the Giants. The Broncos are figuring out ways to win games. That team is gelling. Like, the Broncos got mad synergy right now. I'm telling you, Bo Nix is playing like the best quarterback in the league. That man is up there with Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes, Matt Stafford, and Josh Allen. And even Jared Goff. That's what I'm saying. Like, him and Drake May are having breakout seasons. Like, we're in a new, like, generation. We're in a whole nother, this is a different league now. Bo Nix is definitely a top 5. Like, the new generation of quarterbacks, he's making his case. That's the only reason why I got him up there this high. Because I have to pay my respects. Yes, they could just easily lose the playoffs, but right now, man, I gotta call it like I see it. The Broncos are figuring out ways to beat you. They're playing to the very last second. With the Broncos, it's not over till it's over. And anybody that's ever watched Sean Payton and know how Sean Payton coach, Sean Payton is good at figuring things out. When he has help, this man can make anything happen. And we've seen it before. Just go back and go watch Sean Payton when he's with the Saints. And look at those games. He's had some competitive football. Now he's on the AFC. So that's pretty much my tier list. Y'all, this is pretty much what I got going on. Thank everybody for watching. But yeah, now, when playoff time comes, this could all change. Because even the Panthers can make the playoffs. They're only 5-5. Panthers are not too far back. And now the teams that got 3 losses, now the Cardinals, the Cowboys, those particular teams, and even the Falcons, they still got a shot. It's not over yet. Again, this could all change, but as of right now, like these teams here on this road could definitely make the playoffs. That's just from what I'm seeing. But these, like the Eagles, I gotta respect them. I know a lot of people don't like Philly, but it is what it is. Philly got too many guys over there, too many playmakers. And again, Jalen Hurts is the best quarterback in the NFC. And just call it for what it is. He's the only quarterback that's been to multiple Super Bowls. In the AFC, we all know Patrick Mahomes has owned that conference, especially within the last 5 years. But Jalen, again, man, it's like he's been holding it down. Okay? But that's it, y'all. Thank you for tuning in so much. Again, man, leave a like if you feel like. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will be back when playoff time comes. I'll be back. Because, again, this is a very interesting season. And, again, people are like, it's a different league now. We got to call for what it is. It's a different time. You're going to see a lot of random teams getting in there. Take care. God bless.